Welcome to the backcourt breakdown. As you enter the gym, the concession stand is this way, the fans are seated over here, and do not get distracted by the cheerleaders because we're here to talk about basketball.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Good morning, Mike. How you doing this morning, man?
Doing great, man. Eventful night of hoops yesterday, so I'm ready.
Yesterday was a crazy one, man. Man, we're getting ready to talk about some hoops, man. NBA playoffs, man. Last night was something else. Let's get started, man. All right, 61-point lead. That's how much the Hawks lost by yesterday. I mean, the Knicks didn't just win this game yesterday. They embarrassed them. And if you're a player in the Hawks organization right now, I need you to ask yourself, man, like, what happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Because I had them winning in 7, and that's gonna happen yesterday. I was like, yo, come on, bro. Nah, man, let's start there. But yesterday game for the Knicks wasn't just a win, man. I think it was just they were sending a message to the whole East, trying to tell everybody how much better they were than everybody else. But for the Hawks to come out that game yesterday being that flat, I mean, the score in the first score was like 40-15. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I mean, you have players shooting 80% from the field against you at home. Are you going to do something about it? Anyway, man, let me ask you, man, what were your thoughts about that game of yesterday versus Knicks versus Hawks, man?
Officially, since we started this podcast, I want to say this clearly. The first team to get sent to the concession stands to go pick up the Gatorades, the Powerades, the nacho trays, the sour punch straws is the Atlanta Hawks last night. I mean, you had me thinking that y'all was going to go to Game 7 with the Knicks just to do this at home in the city. I'm from Atlanta, but I'm not a Hawks fan, but still, this is bad. Look, you got celebrities out there. You got everybody out here coming to see y'all hoop. And this is what happens, man. This is just, it surprised me for sure.
I was watching that game yesterday. I thought I was watching an open gym. Every shot the Knicks took last night all went in. I mean, let's talk a little bit about some stats. All right, this is just some stats, bro. OG had 29 on 80% shooting. Mikal Bridges, 83%. Jalen Brunson, 70%. Everything that... Like, where's the defense? What are we doing? CJ McCollum, I'm sorry, bro. You put us in a genjutsu. You don't know what a genjutsu is, bro. If you watch Naruto, you know what a genjutsu is. You had me thinking you was gonna take this city to the promised land. You fooled all of us. I don't know, man. I got a question to ask you, man. Is this Knicks team right now the most complete team in the East, man?
True. I mean, after last night, they look like it. I mean, that was history that I watched last night. I think that was the highest. That was a lot of records that they just broke last night. They were killing. Do they like the most complete team?
In form of all the players, styles, the way they play, and everything.
I like to compare basketball a lot to boxing, right? There's a lot of similarities. So right now, yes, because of what they did last night. But I also like to say that styles make fights, you know? So one team can dominate you and we not expect it. But look at what Philly and Boston is doing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that, but nobody expected Philly to really, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, styles make fights. So you never know how to match up against another Eastern Conference team.
That's true, man. But I'm still very disappointed in the Hawks, man. I mean, they weren't even supposed to be there, but they were able to force a game 6. So, I'm going to give them some sort of, But at the same time, though, you can't be, you know what, but we ain't even going to keep talking about that. All right, man, that was a domination. This next game was a complete opposite, man. 76ers versus Celtics. Because we got a Game 7 right now. I don't know how, but we have a Game 7. I think this might be the most, I don't want to say the best series in the playoffs right now because there's something else just happened last night that had me so excited. But I would say it's one of the best series in the NBA playoff. The Sixers won that game last night. Tyrese had 30. Joel Embiid hooped. PG hooped. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were nowhere to be found yesterday. I mean, tell me, man, what were your overall overview about that game last night?
Philly was balling, and the guys came to play. Paul George, when I was watching, Paul George was getting to his spots, man. He was looking like playoff. He was looking like, not even playoff. He was looking like the Paul George we see in the mixtapes with Erykah Badu playing in the background. Like he was hooping like he was listening to music. It was crazy with them step backs and just the crossovers he was doing. I will say that I think Tatum, they said something was happening with his calf. So I want to give him some grace right there because I know he just came off an injury and all that. But I didn't expect Philly to really take them to 7. This is something that's also very surprising to me. This It's amazing.
And mind you, Philly had to battle their way from the play-ins to be able to get a spot into the playoffs. So, I mean, if you have a scenario where they're beating Boston in Game 7, I don't know, man. But I have a question to ask you, man. Who do you trust more going to Game 7, the Celtics or the Sixers?
Who I trust more? The
Yeah.
Celtics, because they have more skin in the game. They have more experience in these type of moments. But anything can happen. That's the thing. Like
I mean, they're
anything can
going
happen.
they're going back to Boston to play Game 7. You know, I think that them having core advantage definitely is gonna help them pulling the dub. But I still won't count the Sixers out. You know, having guys like MB, Maxis, PG, front of his rhythm back, VJ. I mean, they've been on the road. I mean, they were down 3-1, somehow tied the series now, you know.
It's crazy.
And do you think, I mean, are the Celtics in trouble? I think they are in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, when any team takes you to Game 7, it's win or go home at that point. So yeah, they're in
Facts.
trouble because anything can happen. Someone could have a breakout game, and then
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about a little bit about things that Philly needs to do in order to maybe win this game. I mean, from watching them last game, I believe that they're really great where Tyrese is in control of the game, where he's bringing the ball up. They're playing with pace. You know, Joel Embiid is giving the ball in spots where he's very comfortable working from that elbow area. You know, you let PG work his ISO game and VJ just being VJ, you know, attacking the rim, highlight plays, and things of that nature. But the Celtics really need to find a way to contain Maxis because he's their key player, you know. I think he's been averaging like, I think 28 this series right now. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, man, they might end up losing this series, you know.
Yep.
But I'm very excited to see who's gonna win. I think I'm gonna go with the underdog. I'm gonna go with the Sixers.
okay.
Who you going with? Who you going with?
Go with Boston, Game 7, back at home. I don't think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are just gonna let them just take it from them at home. So we'll see. But yeah, I got Boston in 7.
That's a good prediction. All right, man. Let's talk about the game everybody want to hear about right now. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Denver Nuggets.
Crazy.
Wolves just beat. I don't think y'all understand what really happened last night. And for a lot of basketball fans, y'all gonna be like, some people gonna be like, Wolves just got lucky. They just got lucky. They were able to beat the Nuggets. No, I think that series to me just show you that as a basketball player, if you come in with the mindset of like, okay, we're gonna beat these guys. It don't matter who you're playing. You could be playing 2017 Golden State Warriors. If you come together as a team, you will find a way to beat any opponent. And I think last night was an example that the Timberwolves show us. You know, Jaden McDaniel, Rudy Gobert. What's his name again? Randall. You know, those guys were able to come together last night and beat this Nuggets team.
And Shannon too.
There you go. Let me not forget about how an amazing game. You know, those guys were able to come together yesterday and find a way to beat the Denver Nuggets. Being down, 3 players that scored double digits for them. AE, no Ayo, no DiVincenzo. Man, they put on a great performance. And we watched this game last night live, man. Give me your overview. Just give me a quick overview of what you saw last night, please.
What I saw from the Wolves last night, like I always say, they showed resilience. Losing all those players is not easy, man, to adapt. For Shannon, he was my player of the game, aside from McDaniels, but like without him stepping up in that role, couldn't the fact that, and we talked about this yesterday, couldn't the fact that he didn't play a lick of basketball earlier in the season, to be called up and said, look, this is going to be your role. I need you to produce and do your thing. And down the stretch, he's getting to the paint. I mean, he's getting downhill. He's attacking the outside. He's dunking and fast breaking in transition. He's giving the team energy. It was very shocking and surprising. So I'm just astonished at what the Timberwolves have been able to do, considering the fact that they lost all these people.
Facts. And talking about the Timberwolves, man, I just want to pinpoint something out, man. I mean, this entire series, man, Rudy Gobert, I watched the game last night. Rudy Gobert does so many things that you guys will never see on the stat sheet. And even myself before, I used to be like, man, Rudy Gobert, he's not worth the money paying him. But last night, I was like, hold on. He deserved that money because bro was hooping. People going to be like, well, Jokic still had 28 and this, and that. Cool, yeah, Jokic still going to have his number, but the things that Rudy Gobert were doing yesterday, it was amazing, man. He was rebounding once again, blocking shots. He was even making plays off the pick and roll. I'm like, whoa, Rudy feeling like he throwing behind the back passes. I'm like, oh, okay, Rudy. But yeah, man, I want to give shout out to Rudy. Of course, Jaden McDaniel, man. Amazing performance yesterday, man. Back against the wall, man. Who's gonna step up? He did. He had 32 points, man. Most of his points was in the fourth quarter. He just kept attacking, and he understood that the Denver Nugget cannot play a lick of defense. Jokic was in foul trouble early, so he understood that. He just kept attacking, attacking, and attacking. They have 19 offensive rebounds, 64 points in the paint. That just goes and show you that the Denver Nugget is not a great defensive team. And once they understood that, they just dominated them physically in the paint. And also, Randall made some big shot down the stretch, you know. We're a little bit skeptical about the shots he takes sometimes. We're like, man, you can get a better one. He should be aggressive going to the paint. But Randall last night, he was a little bit quiet, but going down to that fourth quarter, man, he made some big shots that I was very impressed about. Now let's move on a little bit to Denver Nugget, man. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray did not perform yesterday. To have 12 points in a closeout to the fucking concession.
Send Jamal Murray to the concession stand. Go ahead, bring me some nachos, my boy.
Bro, to score only 12 points in a closeout game, shoot 4 for 17 from the field goal. Like your team needs you. You was an all-star this year. You know, you got a max contract. You have no excuse to not find a way to perform. And okay, and that's why I keep saying to y'all, bro, your game can't just be all about offense. Because yesterday when they took his offense away, there's no other way he could impact the game. So my question for you is, how did the Denver Nuggets move on from this series? Because for them losing this series to Timberwolves, not having AE and all those guys that were missing last night, how do you move on? What adjustment do you make?
I don't know. I saw in an interview, you said if this was where he came from, everybody would be fired. That's literally what he said, word for word. What do they got to do? They need some defense. I don't know how they're going to figure out. I don't know how they're going to do it. They have shooters, like we spoke about. They got guys that can hit shots, especially with Jokic off the DHO making this. I mean, Jamal Murray off the DHO and Jokic off the DHO making decisions back to the basket. They have shooters, but their problem has never been about scoring. We know you guys can score. It's about who y'all going to guard. And when this drop coverage happens off this pick and roll, what are y'all going to do? At least the Timberwolves have Rudy down there. So we know that, okay, at least there's some type of rim protection.
Facts.
With y'all, Jokic is not a traditional big. He's not going to be down there blocking shots, and he's not going to be him. So they have to figure something out where they can get a big down there.
And, you know, Jokic brings a lot of versatility to the team, but defense is not his cup of tea at all. I mean, he can get guys involved. You know, he's going to make shots. He's going to make those outlet passes, but Jokic is not meeting people in the paint, like contesting the jump shot. But I was very excited watching that game last night, and I was like, man, like I live in Minnesota, man. I know the whole city was booming last night. But to not have AE and all those guys missing and still win that game, I am excited for what they're gonna be doing next series. Of course, they're gonna be playing the Spurs now. What do you think about that, matter of fact?
I mean, they're gonna have to come with a whole new game plan, I'll tell you that much, because you come off that screen and roll, ain't no attacking that drop coverage with Wemby down there. That's Gobert. You think Gobert's a problem? That's like Gobert that's a vulture might version of Gobert. So shit, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I was analyzing a little bit like what type of matchup we might be expecting. I'm like, okay, I mean, you have no AE, so you don't have anybody to pull pressure on the rim. Jaden McDaniel been doing it, but then now Wemby is in the paint. Wemby can switch. He can switch 1 to 5. It doesn't matter who is coming off that screen. All your driving space is gonna get tired now, so you're gonna have to make some shots. Timberwolves is not really. I mean, they can shoot the ball, but you know, you're gonna have to see. You know that they don't even forget about the other players from the Spurs. You have Castle, Ox, and Harper coming off the bench. You know. This is gonna be an interesting series, man. But I would definitely like to see a Game 7 from there. I want to see them bow out all the way to the end till we see who really wants it more. But I am excited for the next series. What about you, Mike?
Very excited because I know it's going to be very competitive. The Wolves, even though on paper they're not supposed to win on paper this matchup, they're not going to lay down though. I know that for a fact. They're not going to lay down, right? So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely excited.